Why are you stuck? Why do you feel like even though you have been doing everything, you've been doing all the spiritual practices, you've been doing the meditations, you've been doing the journaling, you've been being mindful, you have been doing your tapping, you have been doing all the exercises and your affirmations. Why do you still feel stuck in your manifestations? Why do you still feel stuck in your identity? Why do you still feel stuck in your reality? This is what we are going to address today. There comes a point in the practicality and the usefulness of these spiritual tools. And the reason why we call them tools is because they are just a means to an end. They do not define your spirituality and they do not define you as a soul. They do not define your reality. They are simply just a tool. And I think for so many of us, and I was also guilty of this too, by the way, for so many of us, you know, going on this spiritual journey, learning about manifestation, learning about how reality responds to us and about the things we do and these practices, like at some point it felt like we were making big progress. Like it was really useful. And we heavily leaned on these tools because it was starting to give us the things we wanted. It was starting to generate results. It was starting to help accelerate things, to put things in place. And we saw that there was momentum and we saw our reality changing and shifting and we saw ourselves, becoming more confident and we started getting the things we want. And so why would it ever stop working? This is actually a really good sign that it's happening for you right now because it means that there is a level of maturity in your system, meaning that you have already outgrown this stage. You have outgrown your reliance on these tools. Does it mean that you need to stop using it altogether? No. It doesn't mean that you need to stop using it forever. It just means that however you were using them, it's no longer really resonating with you anymore. It's no longer really landing in your system. It's no longer doing what it used to do or on the level that you expected it to. Instead of feeling like discouraged or frustrated or, thinking that, well, there's something wrong with it or there must be something wrong with me, there's something wrong with reality. Why did this machine stop working or the system stop working? It's actually nothing wrong with the system. It just means that there's maturity coming from your side, or maybe there's a plateau. This is actually your system saying, this is not hitting the spot anymore. And maybe that's an invitation to ask for something different. This is really an invitation to look inwards and say, what is it that I really need? Is it to step away from these tools for a while, to refocus on myself? Because so often we have developed a reliance on these tools, a dependency on these spiritual tools, that we make it all about our growth. We make it all about us. And if there was some success, there was something that worked, there was something that clicked, oh, it was because I did that. Instead of attributing it towards ourselves, but towards our alignment, our coherence, of our embodiment, we created dependency on those spiritual tools. And so, what if that was an invitation in your system to say, let's just focus back on us? It doesn't mean that it has to be eternity. It just means that for now, there's something within you that has already graduated that level. There's something within you that says, you know what? There's something even more precious that I want from you, which is your presence. I want your full engagement. I want your full attention on me as a soul instead of having dependency on these tools, instead of focusing on these tools, instead of making your spirituality, your growth, your reality, everything about your discipline and your reliance on these things. Now the attention is being pulled inwards, is asking, I want to be seen. I want my needs to be met. I want to feel the presence of you. I have experienced this so many times where I had to put my meditations aside. Even though people say, yeah, it's a healthy habit to meditate 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, whatever it is. Sometimes it's very important to put those things aside and refocus on you, on your essence, on your being, on your embodiment. It doesn't mean that those things are hurting you. It just means that there are times when your system is calling for your attention where those tools could not meet you. They're not sufficient. And when you feel like you're more recharged, you feel like you're more yourself, you feel like you've got your mojo back again, yeah, feel free to return to them. But understand that your growth and your embodiment, your reality does not hinge on your discipline, on your loyalty to doing any of these things are the center of your reality. Your soul is the one that matters. So I do think it's very important every once in a while, give yourself the freedom to breathe, relax, take a break from some of these things, from your set system, and recalibrate. See what you need next. See what reality is prompting you for next. I hope this answers your question. I'll see you next time.